Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another live here over on Patreon. Just going to grab a couple of supplies out while our video gets loaded and started over on YouTube. Oh, it is started. That was fast. Hi. Hi. Sometimes it takes forever for the video to click on, so that was surprisingly pretty quick. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Thursday. I'm going to take this off because I always get pretty warm when I'm standing and working. But when I'm sitting and working, I get cold. So I keep that on. All right, I'm going to quickly see what page protector I need for today's layout. I need this one. So how is your week going? You looking forward to the weekend? Tell me what your plans are for the weekend. If you're going to the prep party for December Daily, put this over here. If you have plans with other people, what are you doing this weekend? Yes. And then today, I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired today. I'm not going to lie. A little tired. We have been working really hard on waking up early and going to bed early. Now, it's been I've been going to bed earlier than normal, but it's still not as early as it should be. And so I think my lesser amount of sleep is catching up to me and I'm getting tired. So it could be that I just ate lunch and now my body is like, metabolize, and while you're metabolizing, sit and watch a show because that sounds great. But I have so much to do. I don't have time for that. Or it could just be that, like, technically right now it would be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not 2 o'clock because of the time change. So maybe my body is just like, time to go pick up the kids. I don't know. Or it could just be that I need to sleep more. But we've been working on it around here, and I will say that it is so nice to wake up early and start the day with more like ease, with less rushing or anxiety because we're going to be late to everything. It just is really nice. So we're going to keep that going. All that to say that I'm a little tired. Let me see what you guys are up to. So, Deb, you guys ended up with a 4-day weekend. School was closed today. Wow. Prep party Saturday, Sunday picture or Christmas pictures on Sunday. That's going to be so fun. That reminds me that I need to pick my favorite family photos. I want to do a Christmas card this year, like really bad. So that needs to happen. Janine, you're going to be at the prep party and second birthday party decorations. Oh, fun. What's the birthday theme? What is birthday number 2 theme? Mallory, hey, your son has the flu. Oh, he's feeling fine. Got another day off. Well, I guess. Hooray for another day off. But also, I'm sorry that he's, got the flu. And I'm glad he's feeling better. But man, that's the worst. At least it's the flu, I guess. I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Christine, you're going to be going to the prep party, getting caught up on Project Life. Yes. It's gorgeous. 76. It's supposed to be like 71 or 72 here today, too. So that's really excited. And, Janine, schools are closed for hurricane. Theme is turning red. The red pandas. That's going to be so cute. What did I do with my stool? Oh, it's right here. All right. Well, that's so exciting, you guys. You have so many fun things planned. We are, what are we doing this weekend? My hair is a mess. I need to take a shower. On top of needing to go to bed better, I need to take a shower. But you didn't need to know that. But, there it is. So this weekend, today I have my local book club. So driving, I'm going to go pick up Caitlin later this afternoon. And then we're going to go, well, I guess this evening, and then we're going to drive up to Saginaw, which is about an hour away, to go to Sarah's house because Sarah lives an hour from us, and she's hosting, and she's like told us she's got all these things planned, and I'm very excited. We read like this crazy wild graphic novel / manga. It's a manga, really. And it was crazy. So I'm excited to discuss it. It's like a horror manga that we read. If you don't know what a manga is, it's kind of like a comic book, but they are created and published and all of that typically in Japan, and you read them backwards. So you start, instead of starting at the front cover, their front cover is the opposite. So you go from you go from right to left to read through the books. And they're fun. They're fun. But we read this one and it was huge. It was like this thick and crazy. So I have that tonight. So book club tonight. And then tomorrow we're just going to have our regular movie night with the family here at the house, which is we haven't done that in forever. So that'll be nice. And then on Saturdays, the prep party. So I'll be here with you guys all day. It's possible, and I'll post about this once I confirm with my friends. I had agreed to do a date night, like a group, like a double date, possibly a triple date night, dinner and games with my friend for tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night, Saturday night. So if that is true, and I need to confirm the dates and times and make sure that that's still happening, then I will probably leave the Zoom early, like just leave it going, the Zoom event for the group that's going to be going to it here. I'll probably just leave that going so you guys can all interact with each other, and I'll go to the date night because I can't cancel on that. That would be I've canceled on her too many times, so I can't cancel on her again. But we'll make it still work for that. If it turns out that it's not on Saturday, well, then I'll be there all day. So Saturday's prep party, potential date night, and Sunday we're gonna my cousins do a cousins giving every year, so they invite all the cousins from both sides of their family and do a Thanksgiving dinner at their house. So this is the first year we're going to go to that. I'm very excited. It's busy weekend ahead. Anyway, I'm going to get us moved here to the desk so we can get going. Mallory, you completely crushed your Together kit, and now you're on to your November one little word catch up and December daily foundation pages. That's so exciting. I need to do my November prompt as well for one little word. I think I'm going to do that. I might work on that Sunday during the prep party. See if I can knock that out and get my video done and over to Allie, because that would be nice. But yeah, congratulations on crushing that kit. That's amazing. It was a really pretty kit with a lot of like really awesome prompts and everything, you know? Today, we are just going to be working on one Project Life spread, just one. I do that for Thursdays because some Thursdays I've got the live over on Allie Edwards, and, you know, just to make sure I've got enough time for everything, I only plan on doing one. Right, are you getting cut? Yes, okay. I'm like, why are you big? You don't go here. Anyway, so this one is using the June Stories by the Month kit. And which direction do I want you to go? That direction, I think. So June Stories by the Month kit. This was, I think, no, actually I had a couple. I had a couple more where the journaling was done prior to me going back to, to finish it now. But today I actually started working on layouts that I don't have everything ready for. So I've been batching it. Last night I pulled all of my pictures from I think it was from so I had the 26 done, week 26, week 27. So it's from week 29 through current. I pulled all of my photos, just went ahead and selected them all, or all the ones that I would potentially use, right? So when I'm selecting pictures, I generally pick, I would say, 7 to 14 pictures from that week, and then use those to, and that, I narrow down further because on this layout, how many do I have on here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have 9 photos. So if I originally had 14, that means that, 5 of them I was like, meh, I don't need that picture to tell the story, right? Okay, so this one's going to be really quick because I also pretty much know where I want to put everything, which is nice. Let's see here. You say a little moment. Yep. Just thankful goes here. Bring on the celebration. This one says, making time for more fun and so love gathering with you. Okay. So I have my chipboard pretty much figured out. I've got my journaling. I've got my photos. The only other thing I put in with this, with the supplies here is the sticker sheet that came with the June Stories by the Month kit, because maybe I want to add some of these on here as well. I probably will, just so I can use up some more product. And why not? Why not? So first and foremost, I need to get this cut in half because that's going to be my title card where I'll add the dates for the week. So I'll do that. And then I want to grab, I think I'll do those round. I love these round stickers, label stickers from Allie. Let's pull them out here. These ones, but I love these ones better. So I think I'm going to use this blue one to do my dates. Especially when you've got cards that have the wonky circles or just circles in general. It's nice to have the circle label that goes on top. Or I also like the ones that have a bit more roundness to them. Let me see if I've got one close by. Maybe not. Yes. No. I cut it off of that sheet. When did you know? This one, that's got the more like, it's kind of like a rectangle, but it's got the rounded corners. I think those look really good on these types of designed cards as well. But something that's got a circular-ish shape. So that means that I will have another card that says June that will just go into my stash. Actually, once we're done with this layout, I'll show you a little bit of my stash storage system that I've been using lately. I'll show you that here in a minute because this is going to take no time at all. So I'm going to use the blue because we got lots of blue on here. There's blue in the kit. Why not use just the blue? And I'm going to put this directly in the middle so it's overlapping a bunch of those June things, June circles. And then we'll date stamp this, which was June 27th. This was the last couple of days of June. And we are officially on to July. So this week, that means we finished, what was the first week that I did? It was May, I think it was Erin's birthday. So it was like May 17th-ish. What is this date? To the 3rd, 03 of July. Anyway, so we did the middle of May, middle to end of May through the beginning of July, all this week, which is excellent. It will be 7 spreads total. And next week, we're going to do the same thing, another 7. So we're just going to bust these right on out. Now, I want to have some kind of separator here. Some kind of tiny separator. Ooh, how about this little star that doesn't belong on this sheet? But, it just so happens to be a good color. Let's do it. Serendipity at its best. Oh, Mallory, I'm so bummed that I wasn't there and you chimed in. I am so bummed. So, I knew the chat was happening yesterday and I was hoping to be able to join in on it, but my parents keep my kids on Wednesday nights through dinner. They pick them up from school, take them to their house, they play at their house, and then my mom makes them dinner and they have dinner together, and then they come and they drop them off at my house. Now they typically get here between like 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. So it was kind of, it's in that for the chat to begin at 8 o'clock my time, I was like, oh no, that's right at bedtime, but we'll see. You know, maybe my parents will get them here early and I can get them dressed and ready, and then Erin can do bedtime and I can do the chat. And they got here like right at 8. So like, you know, they're here right at 8. So it just didn't work out. So I was really bummed because I think I'm pretty sure that is the first one I haven't been at. I think I've been to all 10 of the other chats. So I was really bummed to miss that one. And now that I know you chimed in, I'm even more bummed that I wasn't there. Boo. Luckily, there's a replay though. So I have that on my list of things to do, is to go and watch the replay of it, because I've heard really good things, that it was a really good chat. So, yeah. Oh, Tammy, what did you buy? You put a ton of tiny phrase stickers in your box. You know what? You cannot go wrong with tiny phrase stickers. They are probably one of my most used embellishment, but there's so many of them on a sheet that it's difficult to get through all of them. But I love tiny phrase stickers. Love them. What do I want to say? Good day. Stories, more fun. A little moment. I'm like, how can I layer these so I can use them? I want to use them because I definitely don't need to hoard them, you know? I mean, I could do something like that. All right, so you're going to go over there. You can go up maybe here. And we'll just kind of layer this one on next to it. Nice. That's what we're going to do. Deb, you say you've done one Project Life spread every day so far this week. You're on week 20, still way behind, but in the weeds of catching up. That's, I really feel like that's the way to do it. So for me, I'm doing 7 layouts with you guys live each week, which is essentially like doing 1 layout a day. And I don't know, like just being consistent, getting it done. And especially once you start getting on a roll with it, you get kind of in the zone. And you can really just rock this project out. Bring on the celebration. Sure. I don't know what we were celebrating. I don't think, was this? No, this was not. I keep thinking like every weekend is Father's Day weekend, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, so bring on the celebration of, just being together. That's what we're celebrating here. We'll layer June Loves over that and cut this part off. What else did you guys get? I'm going to see. So, okay, so Tammy, you got tiny phrase stickers. Mallory, you missed out on a lot of things. Deb, puffy hearts. Asterisks. I love those asterisks also. Those are amazing. I'm glad you got some. Mallory, what did you get for 50 cents? 'Cause yeah, you can't beat 50 cents. You really can't. Stamp sleeves, yes. Because those were like $6, weren't they? So that makes each of the sleeves under $1. I think they're normally $10, so they're normally like a dollar plus some. So $6 is a great price, I think, for those. I feel like I got a whole bunch, like I stocked up a whole bunch when Studio Calico had their 40% off, like their whole website sale, which also puts them at $6. So I know I'm like 90% sure that you can't get them for less than that. So I'm glad that you went ahead and stocked up, because that's when to do it, is when they're nice and cheap like that. Kate, you realize you have to make a week's pages every day to finish by the end of the year. You could do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you could do it. And I can't believe, I don't know if I said this before, but like Yeah, you know, I commented, I'm pretty sure, on your post about starting a project, an annual 2022 annual project right now. You can totally do it. The nice thing about Project Life is that, at least for me, and I think the same is probably true for most people, that it's really one of those things that once you get going, it just is pretty repetitive, I suppose, but not in a bad way. We'll all get nice and caught up just so we can get more behind again next year. That's exactly what's going to happen. Worth it. I will say that going back and doing these layouts reminds me why I love this project, you know, and is like, yeah, I don't want to give this one up. I'm going to do it in a different way, and I've talked about that before, that I'm not necessarily going to do a 9x12 for Project Life. I'm going to try doing a 6x8 that has a grid look to it for something that I can combine with my stories so that it's all held in one place. It just, I think, makes more sense to me. But I don't want to totally give it up because I do love it. June stories. Sure. Are you going to be too long? Well, we will live with it if you are. It'll be okay. And we'll put that there. This one is the So Love Gathering with You. So I'm just layering one of these stickers from the sticker sheet with one of the chipboards. I think I'll say these moments. Okay, and I have one more, is making time for more fun. So this one can say maybe just fun times. We'll do this longer one here. And I totally put that on there crooked. Oh well. It's gonna stay. All right, so I think that might even be it. But I can talk about stories, and then I'll show you my little organizational system, because, you know, although this, so, okay, we'll get to that. So let's start with a review of this layout and stories told, stories documented, and then I'll bring over my little thing that I put everything into after I take a drink of some water and see what else you guys are doing. Deb, I think that was a game changer for me. So June, I did all of my journaling in the beginning of July. So my journaling is pretty detailed and has a lot of things that I would have forgotten over time. July, I don't have words anywhere. So I've been working to create my layouts for Project Life for July, and I have to go a lot more off of memory, which, you know, you lose a lot of details. So there's that. Then starting in August is when I began keeping a journal in my daily journal more consistently, and it really makes a difference. So I can go back into the weeks of my journaling and just get a brief idea of what was happening that's maybe not pictured. So the memories are not being triggered because there's nothing there to be like, oh, remember. Like, for instance, I have a week of August where I found a tick in Jonah's head. And you guys might remember that because I probably talked about it. Anyway, I totally forgot that even happened. Completely forgot until I was looking at my journal today, like, oh, what do I write for this? And there it was. I don't have a picture. I don't have anything else that would help me remember, you know, the tick incident. But thankfully, I've got the journal. So anyway, my point is the daily journal definitely makes things so much easier for catching up and being able to maintain the detail. Do do. All right, let's see here. Etienne, you keep toying with changing, but think you'll get frustrated with a memory planner. Yep, I agree with that. Monthly, some of you guys do it monthly. Mallory, you're going to do one little word, week in the life, story kit, crush, December daily, October occasionally, and maybe one of the days in the life. That sounds, I mean, even that, when you say it all out loud, doesn't it sound like a lot? And I'm not saying it's a lot because I probably have even more than you on my list. But I was writing down all of my projects for next year, like what I want to get done, what I want to work on, what are my personal memory keeping goals. And when you write it all down or say it out loud, it just is like, holy crap, how am I going to do this? That is a lot. Luckily, I think there's so much change throughout the year, meaning, in January, there's a lot of excitement over one little word and you're super on board. And then in, March, there's the day in the life. And because there is this kind of consistent schedule of the projects, it helps to kind of not feel bored with your projects and keeps things exciting. And on the flip side, it also adds more projects to your schedule. It's so funny. Etienne, I just did 1 week today because Thursdays are a little bit different in terms of scheduling. Sometimes I have the Allie Edwards lives on Thursdays. So to keep things consistent for Patreon, I just am here for like an hour or less, depending on how long it takes. And I'm just doing one on Thursdays or two if I manage to not get enough done the rest of the days of the week. All right, so cool. I'm caught up on you. I'm caught up on all of you. All right, so stories. So for this week of June into July, mostly I have a lot of outside pictures. Like I miss being outside a lot. It's the fall, getting into the winter here and getting, yesterday it started getting dark. I kid you not, at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it was already getting dark. I couldn't believe it. The sun set technically at 5, but I think the clouds blew in and the sun was pretty far away and it was just already dark and I was depressed. But that also means that we're not getting outside as much as we used to. So to go back and see these pictures of all the outside things, I just miss it. This one here is Jonah inside of a splash pad. Let me see if I can hold this up because it's so cute. So he's in the splash pad that I bought and we blew it up and had it in the backyard on the weekends. And he is obsessed with Mario and Luigi, the Mario brothers from Nintendo, and has all their characters and, has like, this is like a little pipe that they go up and down. And so he had brought the characters into the splash pad with him and he was just playing with them. And I got the picture of him with like Mario popping out of the pipe and it was just really cute. And just totally what he's into. This one is Izzy playing on the Switch. She was playing, if you know any Switch games, she was playing the Untitled Goose Game, which is hysterical. The game is basically you and someone else, if you want to play 2-player. You are a goose. I think the subtitle or the like introduction of the whole game is like, it's a very nice day in the village and you are a terrible goose. And the whole point of the game is to just wreak havoc as the goose. So you like go and you steal things and you like lock the farmer in his garden. And like, there's like all this crazy stuff that you have to do. Anyway, the kids loved it. So it was a summer full of them playing this goose game and just giggling on the couch. It was the best thing. This one is Izzy outside as well. She put on my summer hat and just like, I don't know, she just smirked on her face and I took a picture of her and I thought it was awesome. So I'll have that one. We went over to my father-in-law's house this week and he has the same play set that we do, but he put 2 slides on his. And we went over there to hang out with him. It's my father-in-law and then my sister-in-law lives with him. So the 2 of them. And then Alex, Caitlin, and May came as well. So I have a picture of May and she was reaching out for someone's hand to help her down the slide. And I just think it's so cute. It's like her being like, come and join me. And it's adorable. This is a picture of Jonah doing show and tell at school. So he is in here holding up his alligator and his Luigi lovies. And then, you know, this is the same day too. So he went down the slide and static. And I'm like, yes, I need a picture of that. So just pause and let me take a picture. And he's actually looking at the camera, which is a super rare occurrence. And then the last two here are from a random day during the week. My mom invited me to go with her and to bring the kids to a like nature preserve. That's probably about 15 to 20 minutes away from my house. And they have a huge tree house that you can go and tour, but it was closed at the time. So we just went on the trails, and I've got some pictures, a picture from being on the trail, and then another one inside their nature center where you could go around and like, I don't know, it was really cool. You could go and like touch the fur of different animals. They had a bunch of animals there. They had like this huge bee operation going on where you could see all the bees like doing their thing, whatever it is they do in order to make their honey. Like you could watch it. It was really cool. So my journaling reflects all of those that are in here. I don't know if I had put anything besides that on here. I talked a little bit about here I did. So, and this is again, like why I love having the opportunity to journal in the moment, because you have such greater detail. So on this one, I talked about going on the nature trail with my mom. And part of why we went and did that is because things in June, or really in the summertime, were very, very stressful for my parents. My dad worked for his family business for his entire life. And, you know, family businesses are not always sunshine and rainbows. And that was definitely not his experience. It was not sunshine and rainbows, but he dedicated his life to it. And then when push came to shove, and he came to the understanding that the company was not going to become his, as his own legacy thing, he decided to take a buyout and go and pursue a job somewhere else. So it was just a stressful time for them. And I love having that in here because now we're on the opposite side of it and we know the outcome of whatever happened. And so my dad, he's not there anymore. He doesn't work for the family anymore. He's looking for what his next thing is going to be, whether he's going to work for somebody else or start his own company or what that's going to mean. We don't really know. There's a lot of opportunity out there and a lot of ways he can go. But at this point in time, it was a different story, you know, of trying to figure out what is that going to be. So it's awesome to have that in here because, again, I don't remember this week being like, I don't remember what happened. But because I journaled about it, I do now. And all of those memories come flooding back. So for me, I know like not a lot of people, maybe not, I shouldn't say that. Some people choose to have less words, more pictures, more decorations. I often choose to have about an equal number of words and photos. And my words tend to be paragraphs of words. But that is a decision that I have made for myself because I like having those stories written out in a more long form way. So, you know, it's just like that. I'm not going to do a story, you know, for like my story album about some of that stuff. That's a bit more dramatic. Like I'm probably not going to do that. But having it in my project life means that those stories are still there. So let me show you real quick this little system that I've been using for storing my cards when I have them not in my stash. So all of my tiny phrase stickers, which I would consider this, and I will put this in with tiny phrase stickers because that's how I would use them on a photo. So those just go in with all of the other ones, which I eventually need to pull back out again. I feel like I have to do this, like, I don't know. every couple months, probably even once a month would be ideal. And I generally organize them based on their color. So like, you know, we've got like brown, black, green, push that over to the side, pink. Maybe I'll just do this. I consider that gray. That's like, I don't know, blue, pink, gray, black, pink, peach, pink, green. I know it's white, but it's got green writing, so I'd put that with green. That's got blue writing, so I put it with blue, green, green, white. Yeah, just bear with me. I'm just going to do this real quick because you know what? It desperately needs to be done. So seize the day. Seize the moment. Shoot. Let's put you with blue. That's teal. It's not really. Oh, wait. Gray. Gray. White. Green. Green. Okay, so then I start with, I do, well, black, white, and gray will go at the beginning because that's what most of them are. So we'll go red, and then orange, right? And then yellow, and then green. And I usually go like light to dark. That way I can better see what I'm using. So like this would go maybe there. This one would go, I don't know, I guess maybe here. Okay, so there's green, blue, well actually teal would come next, then blue, purple, there's none, pink. You know, actually pink I usually put behind red. So red starts, but then we go like, that's pretty dark. And that. Okay, we'll do that. So there's all the pinks. And then peach kind of lends itself towards like pink / orange, I suppose. That's my own, that's what I think anyway. And so that will go behind red, in between orange, right, brown at the end. And then we've got white. This one's got gray writing, sure. Clear can go in the front. Come on. It's darker there, there, there. And black. Okay. Nope, black was in, yeah, black was there. Okay, there we go. So that's where I put all my tiny phrase stickers. Now they're easier to find because I generally search by color. Now these might have the word of the month on it, like this one, April showers bring May flowers. You could use that for April or May. Some of them, this one has more fall themed, like leaves and harvest. So you could organize these based on month. You could organize them based on season, but I like them best based on color. So then that leaves me with chipboard, and I have no chipboard to add into my stash. And I have cards, which all I have left is this one, this June circle one. So in this container here, this is one of those like scrapbook.com tiered things. I have a middle section that has all of my story kits and my Patreon kits that I can still use for Project Life. So I generally don't put anything into stash until I've used it for at least one Project Life spread. So I've got the Write story kit, History, Wander, and Evenings, which I've had evening forever. I don't take very many nighttime pictures or evening pictures, so it's been really tough to use that for Project Life, but one of these days I'll do it. So a couple of story kits. Then I've got my Patreon, which is separated based on the month. So I have April, May, June, and September, because the other ones, I have a plan to use them. And then I have one of these older pockets that Allie used to make for every month of the year. So January through December. So what I do is if I have a card or a chipboard piece of ephemera, something that says the month on it or that alludes to an occasion that happens specifically in a month, I add it into these. So for instance, I've got now, here's my empty June pocket because I have nothing right now, except now I've got one 3x4 card that is June themed. So there we go. So next year, when I go to put together anything that is seasonal, a story about June, if I want something for my project life, whatever it is, I can pull out this June envelope and anything that goes to that month is in there. You can see it a little bit better with like January has more products in it. I've got February. So same with my Patreon kits. Once I use them, if they have a theme, like actually these could go in the June one. If they have a theme that goes more towards a specific month, then I'll add it into the monthly pocket. And then it's easier to find what I need later. So that's those. And then those just go into this thing. So as I'm working on my project life right now, what I am doing, because I batch process everything, right? I first downloaded all of the pictures I wanted and placed them into folders on my computer. Then I pulled out my my Ali Edwards Story by the Month kit, because that's going to definitely be one of the layouts. I pulled out my Patreon printable kit because that will be one of the layouts. That's 2 out of 4/5. Some months have 5 weeks. And then I pull out, I think that's it. I do those 2, and then I'll pull out the month one, which, you know, like July, I don't have just a couple of things. So potentially I might use those in July. Or I guess a better example would be October, right? Like if I need extra supplies for October, I pull this out so I can supplement what I need from there. And then I pull up a list of my story kits that I have on hand. In addition to the ones that I know for sure I have products set aside for. So I bring these over to the computer, the monthly pockets over to the computer, the stories by the month kit over to the computer, and then I sit there and decide which week gets which kit. And then decide on cards from there. So it's just kind of a process of like pictures and then the kit, and then specifically which products from the kit do I think would go with my layout or my photos, my stories, and then design it on the computer. So generally I have all of my products, both physical and digital. So I can go into my digital products and copy and paste the ones that I think would work well into the same folder with my pictures, and then put all of that together on a layout. So it's, 90% of my process takes place on the computer, and the rest of it is literally just putting a sticker on a photo and calling it a day. But batch processing makes everything go much, much quicker. So, yeah, empty ones. I have empty ones because I think I use most of my stuff generally, especially the stories by the month. I use a lot of that stuff to tell stories, like everyday stories. I use it in project life, and then typically like 2 to 3 stories as well. I love that project, or I love the stories by the month kit. All right. Okay, so I'm seeing if there's anything I want to remark on. I don't think so. So, friends, that is pretty much, that's it for today. So we have this one layout, all done. Very good. It's still light, which is nice, so I can take a photo. Apparently it's not going to get dark at 3 today. Knock on wood. I hope not. It's not even December yet, and the longest day hasn't even happened yet. Like, ugh. I forget that winter just sucks. But there's so many good things that happen in winter, so, it makes us forget. So, friends, I hope that you all have a great rest of your Thursday. I will see, hopefully, some of you on Saturday for the prep day. And on Monday next week, we'll be live again at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. I think that's it. Yes, that is it. All right, friends, have a great day. I will see you later. Bye.